Hello guys, today we'll be discussing the syllabus of students studying BA Honours English Semester 2 in Delhi University. Along with it, I'll be sharing a little study plan to help you guys prepare for your finals. And like always, in English, you guys will be having 3 core papers. We'll go into details in each of these papers to see what kind of text we have to study. Now your first paper is DSC 4. You guys have studied the DSC 1, 2 and 3 in your first semester. So your second semester will start with DSC 4. And that is 14th to 17th century English poetry. In short, I just like to call it the poetry paper so that I don't get confused with other papers in this semester. And in this poetry paper, you have 3 units. These are the 3 units, and in total there are 5 texts. So in the first unit, we have Geoffrey Chaucer's Canterbury Tales. Canterbury Tale is a very huge poem, but in your syllabus there are only 2 parts, and that is the general prologue and Pardoner's Tale. Then in the second unit, we have some very short poems from different authors. So the first poem is Philip Sidney's Sonnet 1. Then there is Walter Raleigh's The Passionate Man's Pilgrimage. And in this third section, we have this poet John Donne and his 3 poems, Sun Rising, Canonization and The Good Morrow. So in this second unit, second part of this paper, you have 5 short poems. And then in the third unit, again, there is one very huge poem, and that is John Milton's epic poem, The Paradise Lost. Here again, you only need to study the book 1 of Paradise Lost, not the whole book. And that is all for your first paper. In syllabus of DSC 4, you only have these 5 poems. Moving on to our second paper, and that is DSC 5. This is 16th to 17th century English drama. Now, in this paper, again, we have 3 units, and in each unit there is 1 text. So this paper has 3 texts in total. The first is Christopher Marlowe's Dr. Faustus, then there is William Shakespeare's Macbeth, then there is Afraban's The Rover. And that is all for 16th to 17th century English drama. The third paper is 18th century literature. This is your DSC 6, your third paper for semester 2. Here again we have 3 units and 3 texts. The first text is Alexander Pope's Rape of the Lock. The second is Jonathan Swift's Gulliver's Travel. The third is Oliver Goldsmith's The Vicar of the Wakefield. And that's all for your second semester syllabus. Obviously, you will find this section after each paper that says suggestive readings. Now these texts in the suggestive reading section, these won't come in your exam or anything. It's just there as a suggestion. So if you want to go through these texts, that's great. You can find this syllabus PDF in your university website, where you will find the list of the suggestive readings, and you can go through these texts, but it's not really important. So to summarize, this semester you will have 3 papers. First is poetry. In the poetry paper you have 5 poems in total. The second paper is drama, and in drama you have 3 dramas in total. And then there is 18th century literature, the third paper, and here again you have 3 novels. And that is all for your second semester syllabus. Now moving on to the second part of this video, where I suggest you guys a study plan to help you prepare for the upcoming exam. I'm just going to share some tips for you guys to make your studying more easier. And you can use these tips to create your own personalized study plan that will help you according to your timetable. Now first and foremost, you have to go through a line by line reading of every text. Now I know it can get difficult for most of you to do that, because you can be having difficulty with the Old English language, or you can just have less time. But the reason that I'm stressing on this point is because in your question paper you have a lot of reference to text question. These are also known as RTC questions. Here they will pick some lines from the middle of your text and tell you to write about those lines. Now this sometimes gets a little difficult for students, because even if you know the story and the character, it is the Old English language of your text that really makes it difficult to understand the line and write about it. But don't worry if you don't have the time to go through each text line by line. What you can do is familiarize yourself with plot and the characters and all other aspects related to the text. Find a source that is reliable and read the whole summary and memorize all these aspects. In our YouTube channel, we'll be discussing the in-depth summary of each text, so you can stay tuned for that as well. Along with it, I'll be discussing some of the most important lines from the text in your syllabus, and that will help you prepare for the reference to text questions. Now moving on to the second tip, and that is exploring key themes and issues related to your text. Now it might look like a waste of time, but it's actually a very crucial part of studying for the exam. Here you just have to go through some critical essays on the internet that is related to your text. These critical essays will explore key themes, points and issues that is in the text. This will help you get a deeper understanding of the text. Most importantly, it gives you points to add to your answer and make it more interesting. Now I know sometimes these critical essays gets a little overwhelming for students to read because they use all these difficult words and have references from all these different books and essays, and sometimes you just miss the most important point. So in our channel we'll be dealing with that as well. We will be discussing all the crucial themes, issues and points that is related to your text in your syllabus in the most simplest language. And lastly, the answer writing practice. This is another most important point that students often skip, but you guys have to keep it in your mind that at last you guys will have to write the answers in your exam. No matter how many times you go through the book line by line or how many critical essays you have read, if you don't have practice writing answers, then there is no point. So you guys should always look up previous year question paper on the internet to see what kind of question is getting asked. This gives you an idea of what kind of question you can expect from your exam, and then you should also practice writing the answers to this exam by setting a timer. This will help you develop speed and style in your writing. It will also give you confidence in writing more smoothly in your real exam. Now if you want to practice like this, then stay tuned with our channel, because after discussing every text, we will be discussing the previous year question paper as well, along with the type of answer you should be writing for those questions. Now that is all for this video. Stay tuned for the upcoming videos where we'll be going through each and every text in BA Honours English Semester 2 syllabus. And if you guys have any other queries, let me know in the comment.